vacation lovers, and welcome back. Iceland, a land where fire meets ice, where waterfalls roar, and where every turn of the road feels like another planet. We spent 10 full days in Iceland, exploring the entire ring road, which makes a complete circle around the country, along with the famous Golden Circle. So before I share the full detailed video of our 10-day Iceland journey, which will be a longer one, in this video, I want to take you through our complete Iceland itinerary. Don't worry, the full detailed travel video is coming very soon, with breathtaking shots, drone footage, and all those wow moments. But first, I know so many of you love to plan your trips, so here's exactly how our adventure unfolded day by day. From the moment we landed to our very last day, here's how we explored the land of fire and ice. We landed at Keflavik Airport late at night, grabbed our rental car right there at the airport, and off we went. Imagine this. It's 2:20 a.m., rain pouring down, wind shaking the car, and in the distance, an actual volcanic eruption lighting up the night sky. That's how our Iceland trip began. From that moment, we knew this trip was going to be unforgettable. And here's how our 10 magical days looked. So let's dive in. Day 1, Golden Circle Kickoff. Our journey began with the Golden Circle. We started at Þingvellir National Park, walking through history and landscapes where the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates actually meet and slowly drift apart. Right inside, we found our first waterfall of the trip, Skógafoss, and it instantly stole our hearts. Our next stop was the colorful Kerið crater, with its deep blue lake at the center. And then, after a short drive, we reached Gullfoss, often called the Blue Waterfall. It was a perfect start to day 1. Day 2, more Golden Circle wonders. The second day started with nature showing off. First, we visited glaciers, watching steaming hot water shoot up into the sky every few minutes. Then came the mighty Gullfoss, a huge waterfall with 2 drops, roaring into a narrow canyon and with the mist creating beautiful rainbows. After that, we took a relaxing dip at the secret lagoon, a perfect little break before chasing more waterfalls. From the secret lagoon, we headed to Seljalandsfoss, one of the most photographed waterfalls in Iceland. We even walked behind the curtain of water, which was such a cool experience. And just a short walk from there, we found a hidden gem, Búi, tucked inside a canyon. That little adventure was so much fun. Day 3, South Coast Adventures. Day 3 was packed. We started at the mighty Skógafoss, and the spray and rainbow views were amazing. Then, after a scenic drive, we took a bus from the parking lot and reached the famous plane wreck on the black sand, a strange but fascinating place frozen in time. From there, we explored the Solheimjökull Glacier, standing face to face with ice formations thousands of years old. And to end the day, the dramatic Reynisfjara black sand beach with its roaring waves and basalt cliffs. Day 4, rainy day, big highlights. Day 4 was wild. The weather in Vík was so rough we could barely get out of the car. But after braving the wind, we made it to Dyrhólaey Lighthouse, where puffins were nesting all over the cliffs. Then came 2 of my absolute favorite stops. First, the breathtaking Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon, filled with floating icebergs drifting slowly by. And just across the road, the sparkling Diamond Beach, where chunks of ice glimmer like jewels on the black sand. It was surreal. Day 5, icebergs and Viking vibes. The next day, we hopped on a boat at Fjalsalón Lagoon, gliding right between giant icebergs. After that icy adventure, our drive took us to Snæfellsnes, where jaw-dropping mountains meet endless black sand dunes. We also stopped at a calm mirror lake, the kind of spot where you just can't stop taking photos. And yes, we took way too many. And then we visited the Viking Village film set, a movie location that still looks like a real Viking town. Walking through it felt like stepping straight into history. Day 6, the Wild East. Day 6 was intense but incredible. We started with puffins at Borgarfjörður Eystri, one of Iceland's best puffin nesting spots. When we arrived, though, most of them were out at sea fishing, so only a few were around on the cliffs. Then hiked to the colorful cliffs of Þingvellir waterfall, the second highest in Iceland, framed by those striking red and black layers. After that, we visited the unbelievable Stuðlagill Canyon. With its towering basalt walls and a river that actually changes color with the seasons, from blue-green in summer to gray-brown later in the year. From there, we drove about 1.5 hours to reach Dettifoss, Europe's most powerful waterfall. By around 11 at night, we were still wandering across the lava fields to get there. The sheer force of the water was unbelievable. Just nearby is Selfoss, only a short walk from Dettifoss, offering a much gentler yet equally stunning sight. Both were thundering with raw energy, and it felt surreal to be standing there so late at night. We wrapped up the night with a 2-hour drive that finally brought us to Akureyri. Day 7. A gentle North Iceland day. After so many big adventures, day 7 was a little slower. We went whale watching in Akureyri, and yes, we actually spotted them. But we'd fallen in love so much with Iceland's geothermal baths that even though it wasn't part of our plan, we decided to drive back out to the Mývatn nature baths for another soak. Actually, if you're heading to Akureyri, this is also a great stop along the way. Surrounded by volcanic landscapes, we relaxed in the warm, mineral-rich waters. It was the perfect recharge we needed. Because it was August and the midnight sun was still shining, we kept going, driving about 5.5 hours to reach the Snæfellsnes Peninsula, excited for the adventures ahead. We spent the next 2 days, days 8 and 9, exploring this incredible region. Day 8 was all about exploring the west. We began in the Helgafell mountain region, surrounded by lava fields and cascading waterfalls. From there, we continued to the famous Kirkjufellsfoss, framed perfectly by the iconic mountain behind it, one of Iceland's most photographed spots. Our next stop was the Saxfell crater, where we climbed up to the rim for sweeping views across the volcanic landscape, a powerful reminder of Iceland's fiery heart. Day 9, into the lava and cliffs. Day 9 was packed with adventure. We began in Snæfellsjökull National Park, venturing into the narrow Rauðsfellsjökull Canyon, a fun little challenge and a taste of Iceland's hidden gems. After that, we joined a tour of the Vatnshellir lava cave, heading deep underground into Iceland's volcanic heart. The silence down there, broken only by echoes of our footsteps. From the outside, the volcano itself looks dramatic, with old lava flows spread across the landscape, once glowing rivers of fire, now frozen in time as solid black rock. It was absolutely amazing. To wrap up the day, we made it to the dramatic coastal cliffs of Arnarstapi, where the crashing waves and rugged rock formations were the perfect finale to our Snæfellsnes adventure. From there, we headed back toward Reykjavík, ready to explore the city the next day. And finally, our last day was all about exploring Reykjavík. It was again a rainy and windy day. We strolled along the colorful Rainbow Street, admired the striking Hallgrímskirkju church, and stopped by the famous Sun Voyager sculpture by the waterfront. Between the street art, souvenir shops, and the city's mix of modern and traditional vibes, it was the perfect way to wrap up our Iceland adventure. And that was our 10-day road trip through Iceland. Every single day felt like stepping into a new world, full of surprises and incredible scenery. But remember, this video is just the itinerary. The full travel vlog is coming soon, packed with the real moments, stories, and tips from our journey. We'll show you what we ate, and then where we stayed, plus everything you should know before planning your own trip. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell, and get ready for the full Iceland experience in the next video here on Vacation Lovers. Until then, stay curious, keep traveling, and never stop being a vacation lover.